35 artists. We've got actors, dancers, performing artists, musicians, a lighting designer, and then people who work in media as well, to just try and capture the whole thing. And that's kind of what today is. It's an experiment, really. We'll see how it goes at the end of the day, what the product's like. Right, I'm Phil. It's my student's idea. We've got today actors. That's it. Dancers, musicians. It was just a fluke. The word kept cropping up in different things that I was reading, and I didn't really know what a mandala was. When I found the definition of it, I understood what it meant, in that it was this, it's a focusing tool, and I think that's what today is. It's a focusing tool to help to bring people together, help them to share skills possibly, and go away with something different. But because we have, we're working towards a product, towards an hour's performance at 8 o'clock, the performance is not it's not the important part of the day, it's the sharing, but just having that there to say there is going to be something, it encourages to just keep working and not waste time and be kind of really creative with each other's talents while we're trying to learn from each other. The concept is kind of about ritual and prayer and routine and that repetition of ideas.
Well, I think it's a very interesting field because many people might say that they're not religious, but even so, I think there's always a feeling of an entity or of a supreme energy or universe or entity of whatever you want to talk about. So I think this concept of ritual and religions is it's a very controversial subject, especially nowadays, and it's interesting. Like, it was a great topic to use for today because of so many different voices. You could have so many different views on it, and for me particularly, I am religious. I do believe in a God, and that's my personal view on it. You know, that's what I believe, but also because I'm Italian, so I guess it comes with my nationality and my parents. But it's great at the same time being able to just let go of that maybe for one day and just have a look at it from a different point of view, or just from without needing to label it. That's one thing that very often happens with religions, and it's not maybe the best thing sometimes.
Amen. 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 Amen.
And if we don't set at any point,
I'm not very good at it. You get the idea. It's a kind of ricochet. And if you have one person in the audience who's planted
things done this morning, and it's really great to work with new people and also just feel that development from us all meeting in the morning. We didn't know each other, and then several hours later you know each other a bit better. You've got some material you've worked on, and it's great when the music and lights and everything comes together. It starts feeling really worthwhile.
Amen. 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 May the Lord be with you. Lord.
It's important to connect with other creative people in your area, because you rarely create work I rarely create work that's just single discipline. Also, as a performance artist, it's really useful to be able to steal ideas from other art forms. I think that's one of the things that performance art does, is you can perform being anything. And I love spending time with dancers because they know how to use their bodies, and so it's sort of like a skills swap.
It's a great opportunity to get to know and meet other artists who are not necessarily all dancers, or at the same time meeting other dancers that you don't know. And there's no big pressure in terms of having to have a complete perfect product at the end. So although there is going to be a product, there's no pressure of having it completely polished and perfect. And it's so rarely sometimes you get a chance to play around and experiment with other people, and I think this is a great chance for that, to just play around and experiment and see what happens.
I'm alone! You can't turn your back on me!
Endure hardship as discipline.
I want to take out the awkwardness out of it. You know, because we've got just 12 hours to do what we're doing, I think that there isn't time to be, I'm just going to go up to this person and say, hi, I'm Phil, I'm a dancer, and trying to sell myself in that way. Instead, we come in, we see everybody working, and then later on might think, I know a dancer, I've worked with them. And because all their details should already be on our website, you have to register on the Artist North website to be part of the project. So there's already that, the networking's kind of been done for them, and they're just here to advocate that skill.
I think it probably happens in all fields, that you get wrapped up so much in your little niche or in your little bubble, that as much as you try to do something different, it's just a bit more difficult, really. And so I think it's great to have inputs from other people that do things that you might not be very familiar with or that you might not know very well, because it all increases you as a person and as an artist.
It was hard to get the people interested at first, so a lot of the people who are here, maybe 50%, do kind of know of each other, but I hope that I've at least introduced new people into their mix and maybe introduced them to a new kind of way of working, a new art form that they haven't tried before, to just step out of their box and challenge themselves out of their comfort zone is what I want them to be. So you've got the Two or 3 years ago, I did a project with Arts Council funding, and I just realised how difficult it can be to network if you're in the rural areas, somewhere like London where they have so many sources of talent to pull on. And in the rural areas, we're more spread out and sometimes hard to get hold of. So the next time I applied to the Arts Council, I said that part of it was that I think we should start making available in one place people who work in the arts. So the website is designed kind of like a Facebook in that you can list your talents on there. It won't ever be as interactive as Facebook, but it's just that the people are starting to list their details on there, and they can come to the site, and if they want to ask me where to find something through the site, we can do that also. I'll do the sourcing. It's just basically to help people be a little bit more proactive in the arts.
Do you want a fixed bath? Do we have to fix it?
One thing you're always trying to do in the arts really is open yourself to, you know, the environment and other people, so you can constantly draw more and more inspiration and work with others and not just yourself. So I think it's really important to creativity that you can be open to other people and kind of new environments, and I think today provides a lot of that.
Give yourselves like a spacing suggestion, so you can kind of start clumped up. You might all just spread out, you might travel collectively around the room, entirely up to you, so it's just free. It's just getting people to start exploring movement first of all, because I'm a dancer, so movement's my first discipline, so I think if I'm facilitating this, I thought I'd better do something that I know. So we started to get people moving and then working together to create little movement ideas. And then we just started splitting off into smaller groups, experimenting with improvisation ideas, and it's basically opening the floor for people to say, I want to do this, I want to do that. So I've just tried to initiate something and then open it up for everybody else to start taking the lead. It's important that people do whatever they feel like doing today. I think there's probably made about half an hour's worth of unpolished performance work, because it's kind of improvisation led. It could end up being longer, but it means it doesn't have to be polished or anything. It's quite exciting to see something that could go wrong, I think, but it's going really well.
I was down to be involved, as in be in the cast, which I didn't realise Phil had chosen me to be involved in that sense, but I've actually been setting up a live feed to allow people at home to watch the rehearsal process and how people are devising the theatre live in action. which has been really good so far. We've had people tweeting about the event, we've already got people following the footage, so it's really positive.
Sometimes when you're working as a professional, you get bogged down with your day-to-day life, and you tend to forget about just letting yourself go and allowing yourself to be embarrassed sometimes, or doing something that you wouldn't necessarily do in your day-to-day job. So something like today is a platform for me to come in and do something that may embarrass me, or I might feel stupid doing, or I don't tend to do every day, so I'm not comfortable with it in front of an audience that completely know that it's a one-day experiment. So if I feel like a plonker, I'm not so bothered. I'd recommend any performer to put themselves in front of an audience and make themselves feel awkward, embarrassed, to not be comfortable.
One of my first thoughts is that if I have a dancer, a musician, an actor and a live arts performer, if they can each bring their own demographic audience with them, then we've got 4 people in one. So hopefully, if this person is only used to seeing her friend Carrie-Anne do performance art, but in this event she's seen some more music and some more dance. So it's kind of, I guess it's audience development. I hope they're going to get to see something new that they're not used to.
We haven't had any kind of anything. We've just literally seen what they're doing on stage, and we've kind of just set a key and have kind of improvised, and it's been weird how it just all naturally comes out of nothing.
I got involved in this project through meeting Phil, and Phil just came upon it, and he said it was a collaborative project with 40 odd people, so we didn't know quite what to expect, but I quite like just working in this way.
Just for the counting, maybe a little bit faster the first half.
I think the diversity of the disciplines involved in this piece is absolutely amazing, and I think the best thing about Mandala will be the adrenaline that people are having at the moment, and I think that'll really push them, that ticking clock and the adrenaline will really push them to create a really powerful performance.
Can you look into light? Connect with the Lord there. He's connecting with the Lord. Peter Parker Jones, okay. Now, listen to me now. I'm going to ask you a question. When you in the darkest hour, in the darkest room, and you flick on the light, what gonna happen?
A dream will happen.
Not quite the answer you're looking for. Okay, you in the dark place, you in the dark room. Oh no, down in the corner, looking at you, red eyes, oh, into your soul. Flick on the light. Oh, what you gonna do?
Gonna get a fire extinguisher and extinguish the devil out.
I think that's a perfectly acceptable answer. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Yes, sir!
It went well. It's been an interesting experience, to say the least. I mean, to create and perform a piece in one day with so many different artists.
I enjoyed it. I think it was really interesting. I think it was interesting to see how it developed from the day through to the final performance, because of course you always give a little bit more in the final performance, and you've got the live audience there that you're playing to.
Our backgrounds and our practice of working as solo artists a lot of the time, it was amazing to be in a collective environment where it was shared ideas, 12 hours to make a show, and then you get an audience at the end of it. Absolutely amazing.
Just an environment where you can go and try out anything you're not sure if it would work, but you want to know.
Just to work in an ensemble as well, and to share ideas. A lot of my kind of work is about me thinking lots and reading lots and talking lots and then doing, so just to go through the process was a great experience, and well worth spending your Sunday doing.
It's a great performing experience and it's a great making experience. Stanley and Audrey Burton Theatre is a really lovely theatre as well, and it's in this gorgeous building as well, so it's also nice to just come and kind of perform somewhere that's a professional venue, and yeah, just really come away with an authentic experience.
Seeing the music being created whilst we are improvising around, it's fantastic. Having actors or performers, just live act performers, is incredible, because dancers, yeah, we do use our voice and our acting skills, but we're not actors, and the voice is definitely not our first tool. The body is our first tool. So having somebody next to you that really challenges you in that way is great, and a great source of inspiration.
Working with these professional dancers has been amazing. You know, making material and just improvising, and it's just what I love. So,
anyone creative, go in a room with other creative people and see what happens. Can't be a bad thing.
To have something like this in any city where people can rock up and be part of a show in one day and perform it to a crowd, it's so good for your practice. If it was like a regular thing, that would be just so awesome to know that that's there. So yeah, good times.
Just go to the website www.artistsnorth.co.uk, sign up to be a member, which immediately gives you access to more of our features. There's interviews there, there's going to be how to do this, how to apply for arts funding, or how to start a project. It's going to be that kind of thing to help people launch. There'll be courses and more projects like this. So if you want to be involved, you go and sign up and then look for the advert coming out and say, right, I'm a member, can I be part of it?